Hi, my name is Jennifer Nye, and I am the Chief Marketing and Creative Officer at Momentum Textiles and Wallcovering.
I'd love to start off by welcoming Jennifer Nye, the Chief Marketing and Creative Officer from Momentum Textiles and Wallcovering. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Farshid, for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
We would love to hear the story behind not just Momentum Textiles and Wallcovering, but your own personal story. Share that journey. How did you get to here today?
I'd love to share my journey with you. Momentum Textiles and Wallcovering has been around for about 35 years, and I joined them about 2 years ago. Momentum started as a very, very small textile company, and they continue to grow, working with mills all over the world. How I got here 2 years ago, I've been in the industry for a very long time, about 15 years, which dates me. If you don't know us today, we are one of the innovators in the space, and definitely have a sustainable journey that I'll share a little bit more about later.
For this industry, many of our designers, if you're in the commercial segment and you have had your prior go-to brands that you've sort of stayed with, Momentum should always be considered. Momentum is truly the largest player capable of delivering through all of the US in commercial. And so I'd love for you to share the types of projects and the types of commercial installations, and especially focus on some of the new areas that you've made key initiatives in.
We are fortunate enough that we have a product portfolio that spans multiple vertical markets. We are in healthcare, we're in workspace, we are focusing in a big way on hospitality, institutional, retail. I mean, the list really goes on and on. Some of the new introductions that we felt were a gap, we have introduced this year, one of them being acoustics. We know acoustic and wellness is really part of most designers' scope of work right now. And so we just recently introduced Pin Drop, which is our new acoustic portfolio with tiles, panels, and some amazing shapes. And then digital as well, doing custom digital with us. We've always done custom rotogravure wall covering, but now we're doing custom digital as well.
And you've recently rolled out a lot of new product collections. You mentioned a lot of verticals, healthcare, office, but hospitality is a big one for you right now. I'd love for you to share some of the advantages that you bring to the hospitality segment for our top 100 hospitality designers.
Hospitality is such a huge segment for us right now, and we have beefed up our staff with hiring some hospitality designers, both on the textile and wall covering side. We definitely know that the hotels are remodeling, they're refurbishing, new construction is happening. So our focus really has been to bring some key introductions into place on the textile side with some luscious velvets, as well as the acoustic side for sound, as well as digital wall covering.
You have a lot of choices in terms of where you spend to not only bring new project leads, but also to brand Momentum. Share with us, completely unbiased, how would you rank Material Bank amongst the various opportunities that are out there?
There are a lot of opportunities out there to get leads. We have identified, I would say, most of the sources out there, whether it's buying lists or trade shows or other sample fulfillment providers. Material Bank leads are very, very qualified. They're highly, highly qualified. We're very fortunate that Material Bank already goes through the vetting process for us. So you're not getting a designer that might not be in the realm of the commercial space, which is solely where we focus at this time.
Momentum's a large corporation. If we brought you a 2-yard order for a commercial project, it's not going to do you any good. So we're looking for very large, move the needle types of projects. Have we been able to do that for Momentum?
You have been able to do that for Momentum. What you did for the industry by being around during the pandemic really got everyone to have a different mindset on how to specify. So we are glad to be a part of this. I think one of the key success stories was that There was obviously some transition during the pandemic with most of the commercial design leaders. And Disney was ordering samples through Material Bank for Momentum. And so we were able to identify that and connect Disney with the current sales rep that was in the territory. And so it was wonderful to be connected that way. Like, you're bringing us and reconnecting our sales force with the designers and the specifiers.
What I'm curious about is today, would you recommend Material Bank to other brands? And let's go even further to other textile brands that are actually considering joining the platform. What would you say to them?
I would recommend Material Bank for any interiors brand out there, including the textile brands, although we do want to be number one, because the leads are very, very qualified. It is a huge investment to go to trade shows, which are still very, very important. But the amount of leads that you get that are already qualified for you to be able to nurture as you see fit is something that most successful businesses need in order to run efficiently today. So I absolutely recommend Material Bank. I have been a supporter since day one, even when it was in its infancy. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. And so to see what you are doing for this industry and getting our designers to think differently about how they specify and make their lives easier, we need to be where our customers are, and they're on Material Bank.
Thank you for those very kind words. Now, I'd love to highlight some of the new product collections that the designer should come to Material Bank, click on the Brands tab, go down to Momentum, and once they're there, share with us some of those new product collections, especially ones that are coming any day now.
On the textile side, we have everything from upholstery to drapery to shears across all different price points. And then on the wall covering side, we have PVC free, we have vinyl products, we have acoustics that we just introduced, as well as digital. We just launched last week digital in a variety of forms. So we have digital wall covering that can be done on any number of substrates. And so we have some in-stock items that you can use as is. You can tweak the color, you can tweak the scale, or you can just work with us and build something new.
Obviously, we're working together as two management organizations to gain deeper insight and to help make these key types of decisions. What outside of the research studies has been helpful or has been a surprise to you about some of our capabilities?
The partnership that we have with your account team at Material Bank is something that I was surprised at. They are almost an extension of the marketing team, where they meet with us on what our goals are for the quarter or the month, and then almost develop a customized marketing plan for us on how to get our product in front of these designers. One of the examples was, we launched some amazing product during NeoCon, and for those designers that came or didn't come, we wanted to send them a sample package. So it made sense to partner with Material Bank and send them a curated NeoCon sample package from both of our companies. And the memo samples went through the roof. We are very excited with that turnout of that, and we'd like to do more. So I would say the relationship with everybody on your team, not just Farshid and not just Adam, we love you both, but it's from the top down that we enjoy our relationship with you.
Thank you. The team will be excited. We'll definitely share that with them. Now, one important aspect of this industry is sustainability. And Momentum has been a leader in sustainability for a long time. I'd love for you to share the insights and some of the key initiatives that you've undertaken and where priorities land in terms of sustainability.
Regarding sustainability, it's table stakes nowadays. It's not a buzzword for Momentum. If you don't know, Momentum was the first to do a lot of things in sustainability all the way back to 2003. So currently we are seen as a leader. We were the first in 2010 to bring a vinyl-free alternative to the marketplace for textiles called Silica, which is also on Material Bank. We have PVC-free wall covering that we continue to add to that portfolio every day. We have woven silica, which is made from silica sand, and it takes harmful VOCs out of the air. So from a product standpoint, we have what it takes to make the world a better place. From a system standpoint, we have a couple programs that we're proud of. One is that we have a tube take back program, so we can recycle all of our tubes and reuse them. We have a memo recycling program, as do you, that we're very proud of. And then we also do a lot in the community. One of the things that I like to highlight is that we have a dedicated person in our Greensboro office that takes discontinued textiles and makes beautiful quilts out of them for the homeless. And it's just a very, very special staff member that we have that puts her heart and soul into it every day.
Jennifer, I want to thank you for taking the time today. The two teams have really gotten to work very closely together. Please thank not only Paul, but the entire team. 100 plus reps, a team of nearly 300 in totality. Each and every one of them are making a difference here at Material Bank. Thank you.